This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Very good evening and welcome to another edition of News Tonight with me, Ashmit Kumar. Now, defections seems to be the buzzword tonight, with again news coming in of again a resignation by the Chief Minister of Puducherry again, and possible and a very strong possibility. In fact, sources say that of him floating a party and then aligning forces with Amma. So that's the word coming in about defections. Of course, now making sense of the first wave of defections and about how Amma seems to have drawn first blood. Our senior correspondent Peer Mohammed will of course be joining us to again dwell on this critical issue, standing at the cusp of those all-important elections in the month of May. Also, Amma was seen taking a dig at the Telecom Minister Kapil Sibal, and again pointing out that his defiance with the CAG reports really amounts to abetment and contempt of court rather. So that's the word coming in from Amma this evening. And also speaking of Kapil Sibal, MNP is another buzzword doing the rounds this evening. Again, you can change your service provider if you find that the service is poor, but at the same time you can still retain that number. So again, the era of true mobility as it is being termed now. Again, so a lot of action, all of that packed for you in the next 30 minutes. But first, let's take a look at the headlines. Jayalalitha blames the Congress, the DMK for the 2G losses, says that the AIDMK will protest against the spectrum scam in Vellore tomorrow. Mass defections within parties are becoming common ahead of the assembly elections. Answers looks like AIDMK is coming with a new game plan. Former Puducherry Chief Minister Rangasamy resigns from his post as an MLA. Reports claim he may float his own party. Tamil Nadu government questioned on the mindless sand quarrying in its riverbeds, asked to give details of sand mining in the last 2 years. Your cell phone number goes mobile today. Mobile number portability rings in across the nation. And the country's largest airline has a few tricks up its sleeves to keep the employees happy. Well, time now to take a quick look at developments coming in from across the country. Government stand on black money should be clear, says the Prime Minister at a cabinet meeting. If you can't take precautions, stop the forest route to the pilgrimage in Sabrimala, says the High Court. The left plans to launch a countrywide agitation to protest the rising prices. Whistleblower Elmer is arrested for giving out Swiss bank secrets to WikiLeaks. The Australian Foreign Minister raises the issue of CWG non-payment with SM Krishna. Well, first up this hour, the Congress and the DMK were again made witness to the ire of Amma. The AIDMK chief, having done away with the olive branch, was brandishing her sword at the DMK Congress duo. Now, she claimed that the leadership in Chennai and Delhi was responsible for the massive 1.76 lakh crores in the 2G scam. Now, she pointed at the culpability of the first family of Tamil Nadu, citing the continued defense of A. Raja by the chief minister. She also unleashed on Kapil Sibal, the telecom minister. She charged that contesting the CAG findings amounted to contempt of court. She alleged that the Congress has abetted the DMK by attacking the CAG report. Now, the AIDMK chief will take out a protest rally on Friday in Vellore against the 2G regime, which she says has shamed the state of Tamil Nadu. Now, with only a few months to go before the Tamil Nadu votes to choose a new government, mass defections from one side to another are likely to become a common scene in the coming days. Senior reporter Peer Mohammed again says that the state's main opposition AIDMK has already attracted the first wave of new supporters.
As the polls approach, scenes like these at the headquarters of the DMK and arch-rival AIADMK is an indication of their intense engagement with the electorate. The main opposition, AIADMK, saw at least 7,000 supporters switch to its side in the first wave this week.
25 ஆண்டுகளாக டிஎம்கேவில் இருந்தேன். நான் எதையும் குறை சொல்ல விரும்பவில்லை. இனிமேல் இந்த இயக்கத்துக்கு விசுவாசமாகவும் இந்த இயக்கம் வளர்வதற்கு உறுதுணையாகவும் எந்த காலத்திலும் இதுக்கு நன்றியுடன் இயக்கத்துக்கு கட்டுப்படுவேன் என்று இந்த மக்களுக்கு உறுதுணையாக இருப்பேன் என்று உறுதி கூறுகிறேன்.
The AIADMK saw some of the worst desertions in recent times when legislators Anita Radhakrishnan of Tiruchendur, Rajendran of Jayamkondam and Radhakrishnan of Kovilpatti defected to the DMK. Even its western stronghold was hit when Karur Chinnaswamy and Muthuswamy of Erode crossed over. The focus is now on the reverse exodus.
we are very much interested in Ama's views, sir. Hereafter, we are promised that hereafter we give our full strength to the victory of ADMK. Definitely in this coming election, ADMK will win.
திமுகவில் கிளை செயலாளர் இருந்தாங்க, மறுபடியும் இப்போ தலைவராக இருக்கிறானுங்க, வந்து இப்போ ஊராட்சி மன்ற தலைவராக இருக்கிறானுங்க. இப்போ திமுகவின் மேல்மட்ட இதில் சரிவர இது ஒத்துழைப்பு இல்லாதனால நான் அகில இந்திய அண்ணா திமுகவுக்கு வந்துட்டேங்க.
While the governing DMK is expected to announce goods and services for free to win popular support as it did in the past, the AIADMK is set to welcome yet another wave of over 5,000 new loyalists this Sunday. It is also likely to concentrate its focus on the 2G telecom scandal that rattled the DMK to work in its favor. In Chennai, with P. Mohammed, this is Zoya Thomas for NDTV Hindu.
Well, in some more news from the political circles, N. Rangasamy, former Chief Minister of Puducherry, has resigned as MLA. Now, he has resigned protesting what he calls the neglect of his constituency. Now, sources indicate that he is likely to launch a new party. Rangasamy has served as the Chief Minister of Puducherry for over 7 years now. And reports are also coming in that he's resigned from his post from the party, that's the Congress. Now, for more on that, let's go across to our senior correspondent, Peer Mohammed, who's joining us live from the newsroom. Good evening, Peer. I'll begin with the first question itself again. Let's begin talking about the fallout here. Again, a divide in the Congress. We'll come to that later. But first, again, political alignments being, again, taking shape right now. Again, and of course, news coming in that he might float his own party and perhaps align forces with Jayalalitha. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, this Rangasamy was one of the most popular chief ministers of neighboring Puducherry, and his decision to quit the Congress and float his own party just few months ahead of the assembly elections has come as a shock for the Congress party in Puducherry. Particularly the Puducherry Congress President A.D. Subramaniam and also Krishnasamy, the MP, Congress MP, have tried to convince Rangasamy not to quit the Congress, particularly when there are few months to go for the assembly elections. But Rangasamy has made up his mind and he has put in his papers in the morning as MLA. Later in the evening, he has quit from the Congress primary membership also. Along with him, another MLA, Angolan, also has quit from the Congress, also from his MLA post. And more supporters of him also are likely to quit from the Congress ahead of the assembly elections.
Right, Peer. Now, that again is, that cannot be good news heading into the elections, so close to the elections right now. But if you can tell us more about, again, speculation at this point seems rife that he's likely to float a party and perhaps, again, align closer to the chief of opposition, Jayalalitha.
Yes, immediately after he has put in his papers, the first people to wish Rangasamy or the Puducherry state ADMK president Mr. Anbalagan, who is also an MLA, and another ADMK MLA Om Sakti Seher, they wished him because he has come out of the Congress. Now that the ADMK has positioned itself against the DMK Congress campaign both in Tamil Nadu and Puducherry, that they are sending feelers to the to Rangasamy, who is quite popular. He has quite a lot of support in Puducherry, particularly when he called for his NR Peravai's meeting last month, where they decided to float a new party. There was a huge crowd, an estimate of almost 50,000 people. That has really embarrassed the Congress in Puducherry. We have to wait and see if he is seeking an appointment with Jayalalitha in the near future after floating his party, because speculation is that he would do that according to sources very close to him.
Right, P. Thanks a lot for joining us again, giving us that perspective into, again, the possible fallouts of today's action by the Chief Minister of Puducherry. Let's move ahead now. The Madras High Court today asked some serious questions to the government of Tamil Nadu on the mindless sand quarrying in its river beds. Now, a division bench of the High Court, which heard a modification petition against an earlier order, asked the government to furnish details of the quantity of sand mined during 2009-2010 and the number of permissions granted for use of heavy machinery such as boke lanes in the past year. Now, the court also asked the Advocate General of Tamil Nadu government to look into the submission of R. Nalakannu that neighbouring states of Kerala and Andhra Pradesh have banned the use of boke lanes in sand quarrying to protect their water resources.
கேரளாவில் அரபே 2001 உள்ள சட்டப்படி இன்று வரை ஆத்து மணல் அள்ளக்கூடாது, பொக்லின் வைத்து அள்ளக்கூடாது என்ற அங்கே சட்டம், தடை சட்டம் கொண்டு வந்து விட்டார்கள். அதற்குரிய 2 வருஷ தண்டனையும் என்று அறிவித்திருக்கிறார்கள். பொக்லின் என்பதோடு எந்திரங்கள் பயன்படுத்தக்கூடாது, கொல்லி வலை என்ற மணல் அரிக்கக்கூடிய வலை பயன்படுத்தக்கூடாது என்று கேரளாவில் 2001 சட்டம் இருக்கிறது என்பதை எடுத்து காட்டினோம். ஆந்திராவிலும் அந்த பொக்லின் பயன்படுத்தவே கூடாது என்று 2006 வருஷ சட்டம் இருக்கிறது. ஆனால் கேரளாவிலும் ஆந்திராவிலும் இருக்கும் பொழுது தமிழ்நாட்டில் பொக்லினை பயன்படுத்துவது அனுமதிக்க கூடாது.
Well, we are slipping into a small break, but on the other side, change the provider and still keep your number. No longer will you be held to ransom. We bring you the details on the other side. Keep watching.